nice luck when we listen to the talk. We are very privileged to have Brenda Lee, who is a naturopathic physician. I just wrote it down because I won't remember everything. She runs Utopia Health, as well as the School of International Massage, Beauty and Health, which is opposite Mowbray Church. She also does Zoom and in-house instruction in medical missionary work. There's Zoom cooking classes on a Sunday, detox programs, for example, zone therapies, massage, back, neck alignments, and many other treatments. And afterwards, we can probably get contact details from you. Should we bow our heads before we start? Dear Father, we thank you for this wonderful opportunity that we can focus on health today. We know that our bodies are the temple of God and that we want healthy bodies so that we can serve you. Please allow your Holy Spirit to be with us today as we go through this talk. For we ask this in your name. Amen. Over to you.
Amen. All right. I just have a question that I want you to think about. Do you think God made us all the same? Do we need to be skinny and muscular to be a witness for God? Absolutely not. You can have very strong muscles. I'm a very strong person. And not look skinny. All right. The world, the fashion magazines have made us think that we need to all look the same, like boys. Straight up and down, no curves, not being a woman. That's incorrect. God gave you a unique body, a unique frame. Mine might be broader than yours. Yours might be slimmer than somebody else's frame, bigger, smaller, taller, shorter. So each one of us mustn't look at the other person, oh, I wish I could be like her. Oh, if only I could have a body like that. All right. You're made unique and beautiful. Walk proud. Push out your chest and walk proud because God made you a princess. Amen. All right, so I want you to turn into your Bibles to 1 Corinthians 10, verse 30. Can somebody read it for us? I might need to read it up here. 1 Corinthians 10, verse 30.
For if by grace, 1 Corinthians 10 verse 31 reads as follows. Whether therefore ye eat or drink or whatsoever ye do all to the glory of God.
All right, so whatever you do, whether you eat, whether you drink, whatever you do, don't do it to the glory of your body and your taste buds and what you want and your desires. Do it to the glory of God. All right. So let's just go through a little few things here. Now, to diet or not to diet. So what happens when we diet? When we diet, you come off a diet, isn't it? And then what happens when you come off the diet? You've been eating these pills, and you get bigger than what you were before, isn't it? Because you've starved your body through that time period. So a diet is exactly what we do not want to go on. As when you go on a diet, you have to go off a diet. And what happens then? You pick up more weight than before. So what you need is the lifestyle change. What you need is the original diet that God gave us. Mersha she's a friend of mine. Now, she said, you know, Brenda Lee, she weighed 150, she's down to 120. She said it's not about weight loss, because her parents and her siblings used to tease her as a child, and she was really ostracized in her class and at her family because of her weight problem. And she, after coming to the Utopia Health Farm for her detox, she said, it's no longer about the weight. It's not about weight loss. It's about my relationship with God. I never want to put. She learned all about that at Utopia Health. Hence, my relationship with God. I have discovered my body is the temple of God, and I want Him to live in a clean body. That's what her desire was. Before, it was all about another diet. And another diet means getting off that diet, means putting on more weight. All right. A lot of the weight is also about emotional eating. So I'm an emotional eater, and I have to be very, very careful about what happens. I got to think, why am I craving this? Why do I want to buy 4 or 5 chocolates at one time and eat it? I've got to think, whoa, okay, stop the bus here. What's happening? Who stressed me out? Why am I depressed? Why am I being upset? What's happening with my relationship with God? And I've got to pray, and my prayer is always, get thee behind me, Satan, for it is written, whatever I do, whether I eat or drink, whatever I do, I'm going to do it to the glory of God. And if buying these 4 chocolates is going to destroy my frontal lobe and destroy that relationship with God, so I'm going to say no to that. Skipping a meal is the worst thing that you can do for yourself. So don't think victory if you have hardly eaten anything in the day. Don't think that, oh, you know what, I've starved myself all day. My stomach is going to be so flat and I want to go and see the boyfriend. And no, you've actually destroyed your metabolism. You've actually put your body into a starving mode. And that starving mode is like, now it's saying, hey, there's food coming, yay! And they're keeping it, it's holding it on for that next starvation period. So the best thing that you can do for your body is to eat your regular meals. All right, so regularity is the key to weight loss. Don't keep your body guessing. Give it the food at the same time every day. Let's just have a look at a few facts on obesity. Did you know that obese people have a higher death rate in them, higher hypertension, higher diabetes, and an astrogenic lipoprotein, that's a very low density lipoprotein profile, which obviously causes heart attacks and strokes. Then you've got the cigarette smoking and high alcohol increases that abdominal obesity. So your stomach, have you seen these beer boops? You know, these beer boops, they call it a beer boop, huh? All right, we're going to talk about what else looks like a beer boop, but it is not. Okay, so the high waist circumferences is from cigarette smoking and alcohol. So obviously that's not a problem here, right? A decrease in physical exercise also causes obesity, also decreases the insulin sensitivity to your body. The excess weight of fat also causes mechanical problems, like it increases the wear and tear on your joints and your hips and your knees. They start giving in. And also the impaired of pulmonary ventilation leading to sleep apnea. So you, in other words, you just stop sleeping, maybe snoring away, stops breathing, snoring away, and they're like, have you ever heard somebody like, and then they're gasping for breath? That's sleep apnea. So you can actually prevent this type of things by just trimming down a little bit. And then the increased surgical risk that you've got, partly from problems with anesthesia and partly because of very fat your ab wall, your stomach wall, is a barrier to good surgical access, and the incision is difficult to close with good hemostasis. Sorry. The osteoarthritis of the knee is associated with obesity as well. And then you've got the hormone imbalance. So if you're a few pounds overweight, guess what's going to happen? Your hormones are like kind of going to swing from one to the other, and that goes your moods. There goes your moods, up and down. All right. And the adipose tissue is a source of aromatase and the enzyme which converts the androgens to the estrogens, which causes disorders of sexual function. So bottom line is it decreases your sexual, what would you call it, appetite for your husband or wife. And it causes cancer of breast and endometriosis, those that suffer from that, as well as the ovary problems in the women, prostate cancer in men. So just a few bits of extra pounds here can cause all of these problems. Then obviously the saturation of the bile, the fatty tissue is a reservoir of cholesterol. Higher cholesterol flux, lower output of bile soaps and the bile salts, and the bile becomes supersaturated and form cholesterol stones. So then you get stones, gallstones, liver stones. So one of the best things that you can do for your body is to come for a liver cleanse. Liver cleanse gets rid of all of those built up stones, and guess what? When you detox your body, you can actually burn weight very, very well. Maybe you've come to a plateau where you've just like, you can't just get lower than that. All you have to do is go for a detox, right? Now, and obviously these bile stones, gallstones, is going to cause chronic inflammation, and the biliary passages and the cancer of the gall can also be because of that. So liver cleanses, think about that liver cleanse, okay, and send me a WhatsApp and ask me about that liver cleanse. We can help you with that one. The social stigma also, the appearance of obese people is socially unaccepted, but we've already spoken about that, haven't we? We've all agreed that God made us unique the way we are. Some frames are skinny, some frames are wider in your bone structure. All right, but that doesn't mean that we need to eat unhealthy, is it? All right, and also, obviously, it causes a poor self-esteem. So before Mersha came to us, she didn't feel socially accepted, but now she is amazing. Even though she's 120 kg, she's lost a lot of weight, she feels great. And she's moving around easier. Her joints are not so sore. She's joined our exercise classes in the morning. All right, she can't really get that leg way up there. She's maybe just, getting it up on the side. But you know what? That's okay. We accept everybody. Whether you're overweight or underweight or perfect weight, it doesn't matter. It's not about the weight. It's about what you're putting in your mind, your mouth. Are you glorifying God with what you put in your mouth, or are you not? Are you glorifying yourself? All right. Now let's look at the clinical focus. Long-term weight control is essential behavior, but some find it easier than others. The view that people become obese because they have a low metabolic rate is wrong. Obesity is overtaking cigarette smoke as the most important avoidable cause of ill health. And the intrapersonal fat releases fatty acids, increasing blood insulin sensitivity. Yes. We've got a blank screen there. Did I move something? Where's my team? All right, so when they sort that out, let's just chat a little bit. All right. So can you see what we kind of getting at? What is the purpose of our life on earth? What is the purpose? To spread the gospel, heal the sick, look after the poor, And if you don't have the energy because you're not able to, because of the food you eat, because the food you eat is only going to give you energy or take energy away from you, how are you going to do God's work? You can't. Because after lunch, you go and lie down. Where's our people? We are lacking energy because of the food. We've got food robbing energy, and we've got a food that gives us energy. Now, the food that robs us of energy, that actually robs your body of oxygen. Where oxygen is, there's energy. All right, so you want oxygenating, giving food, and that is your plant food. Your sprouts, one of the most amazing available is your sprouts. And that gives you energy. And what robs your body of oxygen? Your fast foods, your Kentucky, your KFC. All right, we're meat eaters. We're not meat eaters. Oh, some are here. Some of the students, huh? Not. All right, okay. Let's go back to good SDAs. How about that potato salad with lots of mayonnaise? It's not meat. But that's robbing your body of oxygen. We want to give our bodies oxygen. You need to know what is life-giving food and what is death-causing food. All right, so even if you're a vegetarian, you can eat healthy or you can eat unhealthy. So we need to understand, how does this work? All right. All right, so the high waist-hip ratio is associated with greater risk of heart disease or diabetes. It is unsafe to lose weight faster than 1 kg a week. So if you're going to go onto this now diet, is it a diet? No, it's a lifestyle change. Don't think that you're going to be skinny within a day, a month, all right? It takes time, doesn't it? So if you are losing about 1 kg a week, that's great news. 5 to 10 kg weight loss is achievable by most people in a few months. So get yourself a long-term goal, like a lifetime goal. I make a pact with your mouth. Make a covenant with your mouth. Nothing is going to go into this mouth that's going to defile my body. I am a prince. I am a princess of God, and I choose what I put into this mouth. All right. The diet that provides less calories than a person needs will produce weight loss. This is all obvious news. Okay, those who fail to lose weight over 4 weeks are not restricting their intake. Diet should be designed for the individual, as the energy intake requires to maintain body weight is greater in the obese. So people over 110 kgs do best on a 2,000 to 2,500 calorie a day and find it very hard to adhere to the lower amounts. But if you're eating plants, guess what? You can eat more and lose weight. So if you love eating, choose the fantastic fruits and vegetables that God gave us and your favorites. I love avos. I'm telling you, instead of going to a shop and buying a packet of chips, go and buy an avocado pear. You'll love it. And it'll probably cost cheaper as well, because by the time you've got your chocolates, your chips, your biscuits, what else? Your muffins. It's like maybe 50 rand. And you buy an avo, it's 18 rand. All right, much better choice. Start using your mind and choose better choices. Okay, why does sometimes you get to a plateau and your weight loss stops? Is it because the diet restriction is unpleasant? You're on this diet and it's like, it's stressful and unpleasant. Is it, where are we going? We're going backwards. Is it not practical to carry on with it for a lifetime? Isn't that a better idea? It might be a quick, fast crash diet, And so when the diet is over, like we said earlier, the weight returns to even more weight than the original. Exercise. Just go and exercise. It's not. We started an exercise group 5:45 to 6:45 every morning. So come and join our exercise group. It's on Zoom. It's free. And it's fun. So we have fat, small, skinny, tall, black, white, colored, all sorts of people on there. And it's great. And you learn to have friends and you get motivated. So in the mornings, you're going to be doing lunges. Get down into those lunges. You're going to be doing push-ups. You're going to be doing planks. But you know what? Don't think, oh, I can't do that. You start small. So it will be just like maybe small steps to start with. And as you start learning and getting more fit, then you're going to go to bigger steps. And you're going to be working harder and get yourself some weights. And if you don't have money for weights, 1 liter of water is equal to 1 kg. So get yourself 2-liter bottles or 5 liters for those young men that can pick up 5 liters. And then you use them. So you come and join us in the mornings for exercise. Exercise, you can get all sorts of apps on your cell phone for exercising, flatter tummy, thigh workout, or a 30-day workout. You get all sorts of apps there, so you can actually start motivating yourself if the time in the morning is not suitable for you. Right, make it fun. Enjoy it. Get your friends to join. Say, hey, Susan, come. Let's join Brenda for exercises in the morning. You come and just see if you can keep up because I might not look a bit big, but I am very, very strong. All right. So make it fun. Get motivated. Get going. And you actually can lose weight having fun. All right. All right, there's just a printout that I got, which is really nice to have. And you do your stomach exercises, your crunches, your sit-ups. They're really, really beautiful. And God has given us amazing bodies and amazing things. And do you know what? I just want to tell you a secret. Your muscles have got a memory. It's going to remember. So if you get lazy for a month because it's cold winter months or you're writing exams, you start again, and it's quick. Within 2-3 days, your body is going to, hey, I remember this. I can do this. So don't give up. Just keep going. All right. Water. Water is the best weight loss secret. So drink water in between meals instead of snacking. Water will take away that craving. If you've got a craving for something, it's when we give our stop smoking programs. The smokers, drink water, put some lemon juice in, it's great, make it nice, put some mint in, put some parsley in, put some cucumber slices and slices of lemon, it's lovely, make it look attractive. So there at our counter we've got a lovely glass of water and a little jar of lemon, and you can actually come and drink some water with us. Pure mountain water, just taken from down the road here, free. All right. So water intake increases the fluid of the body system, resulting in burning fat quicker and faster. And what else does it do? It detoxes your body. So there's a book out that says you're not sick, you're thirsty. So your body needs water to flush it out, to get the liver flushed and the kidneys flushed and working, getting all those toxins out. So come and let me teach you. I'm telling you, this water is an amazing thing. We should all be having our glasses of water here. Where's your bottle of water? Show me those who've got water. Hold it up. Whoa, wonderful. Look at these. Ooh, wonderful. Look at that. And the rest of you, where's your water? Make a pact with yourself. Get a special bottle and keep it with you. Bring it to church. Drink water. I'm telling you, God will not judge you on that. Drink water. It keeps you awake as well. If you're studying for exams or You're tired at work, drink water. It will start your body flowing. You're going to have that extra energy that you need. It's fantastic stuff. Right, and it's going to burn that fat quicker. Wonderful stuff. All right, sunshine. That's one of my things that I haven't been able to get to every day. And I really need to do that because your sunshine doesn't only maintain the health of your thyroid gland, which is like that butterfly-looking gland. It also maintains a healthy weight. It maintains a balanced metabolism and energy levels. We need to get into the sun. And the darker your skin is, the longer you need to make that vitamin D. So if you've got a lighter skin, you need about 15 minutes, half an hour on each side. You know, it's like a vegetarian patty, 15 minutes this, 15 minutes there. All right, and then if you have got a darker skin, you need maybe an hour on each side. I don't know where we're going to get 2 hours, but maybe longer. But try and work. Me. You're going to have to WhatsApp me and encourage me. Hey, did you get your son today? Is that going now? All right. What was wrong with it? All right. All right, so that was just a little battery problem. Sorry about that. All right. Good. All right, so let's talk about breakfasts. These are our own pictures from our own lifestyle center. So everything we make looks amazing. I've got an amazing chef. He does cooking classes every Sunday from 8 to 10, and it only costs 50 Rand or something like that. It's like nothing. And you get the most wonderful recipes, and you learn how to eat amazingly. So let's have a good breakfast in the mornings. The secret of weight loss is every morning, skip the breakfast, No, eat the breakfast. It's breaking the fast. When last did you last eat? You need to break that fast and open it up in the mornings. We have breakfast about 9 o'clock, is it? 9? We have breakfast at 9 o'clock, 9 to 9:30. And then we have our lunch at about 3, 3:30. It's our 2 meals a day. And then nothing until the next morning. That intermittent fasting is something we have known since Ellen White's times, isn't it? No eating in between meals, not even a morsel. And guess what science is discovering? Have you seen? The latest phase is this interval fasting. Hey? Don't eat for so long. It's fantastic. Why? What happens? Let me explain to you what happens. When you have a meal, it takes 5 hours to digest from here to the next stage. 5 hours. Depends what you eat. If it's fruit, it's probably 2 to 3 hours. All right. So now you've had your meal, you're digesting it, but guess what? What did you have for breakfast? You had a wheat pix with milk and sugar. All right, that's your breakfast. Wheat pix, milk and sugar. All right. So now you have wheat pix. 10 o'clock, you're hungry again. What do you have? A sandwich, a cookie, a biscuit, maybe a rusk dunked in some tea, an apple, a fruit. All right? Now you think, okay, now you've had a fruit. Now everything stops. And it waits for that fruit to get to that same stage, the 2 hours that it's been digesting. Then it will start again together. But you know what happens? When your stomach is not emptied, it does not make hydrochloric acid for the next meal. Your body needs hydrochloric acid to digest the next meal. Now, if you don't have enough hydrochloric acid, your body takes longer to digest and it ferments that food. Even if you're vegetarian, it ferments that food. And what happens, it becomes acid. And you get IBS, irritable bowel syndrome. You get like this burping, gastro reflux. Yes. Nothing's wrong. Nothing's wrong. What is wrong is when you eat in between. Ellen White says not even a morsel, not even a peanut, because that whole system will wait for that peanut to get that to that. Now, you put food in a dark, warm place. What happens to it? It ferments. All right. So it takes between 24 and 32 hours from consumption to the other side of your fruits, nuts, and grains, your vegetables. Guess how long it takes animal products from consumption to out the other side? 72 hours. 72 hours. Now you put a piece of meat, chicken, in a dark, warm place for 72 hours. What happens to it? And then you have to run away from yourself if you lose a wind. Huh? But vegetarians, they have the right type of bacteria in their bodies because it's not sulfate-forming bacteria. Your animal products cause sulfate-forming bacteria. That's explosive and stinky. The methane-forming bacteria, it's explosive, but you can stand right next to someone and they won't smell a thing. That's what you want to get your bodies to. So if you are smelling yourself, if you are going for a number 2 and you're smelling yourself, wrong bacteria, you need to change. And it's not only meat that causes that, vinegar, mayonnaise, yes. What else has got vinegar in? There's pickles. Those little pickles, onions, and things. Those nice things that you have on your vegetarian burger when you go to Steers. I'm getting a vegetarian burger. All right. So your methane-forming bacteria is formed from your plants. Your sulfate-forming bacteria is formed from your animal products. And you can tell the health of your gut through the smell. All right. You should be able to pass a wind next to someone, and they, if it's not explosive, they won't even know. All right. Okay. So did you get the digestive thing? It's like a washing machine. If you put a dirty sock at the end of the cycle, is it going to get washed? No. It needs that whole cycle to do it. All right. The other tip is to always eat raw first. Your fruits, your vegetables, your nuts, your grains. Stop there. Your fruit or your salads. So something raw first. The reason being, if you eat something cooked first, it forms a mucus in your body, and that causes that you don't have maximum nutrient absorption. But if you eat something raw first, it does not cause mucus, and then your body can absorb the nutrients. So always eat something raw first. Then your body thinks everything else afterwards is also raw. So it's fantastic. All right, so there's a little few changes that you thought, oh, but I'm a vegetarian, I know what to eat. Maybe you didn't know exactly. Now you know. A little tip here and there. Eat lots of fiber. Raw fruits and veggies to keep your colon clean. Let's get those colon cleans. And do you know what's a fantastic cleaner of colon is linseed. 2 tablespoons linseed, 2 glasses of water, 5 times a day. It's the best secret for a lot of things. So what happens, it goes into that colon and it cleans out all of that pouches, because your white flour, white rice has made cement in your colon, and you've just got this middle step, and that linseed just cleans it out very nicely. Okay, do we have a time limit? What's the time? All right, perfect. Thank you. A good question. Yeah. For the good nutrients of the value of linseed, you need to grind it and have it with your porridge. But for cleansing the colon, the method I've just told you now, don't grind it. So you take the whole teaspoon, 1 cup of water, not a teaspoon, a tablespoon, another tablespoon, another glass of water. And do that 5 times a day. Do it for 3 days, and it will clean out all that old stuff. You're going to see, I'm sorry I'm talking about this, but you're going to see light and dark in your stools. The dark is the old stuff. And it will be smelly, maybe a little bit constipated the first 2-3 days, but then everything's going to be clean. You're going to be going to the toilet 2 to 3 times a day. If you can get your bowels working from top to bottom, working well, this gastrointestinal tract working well, you've conquered just about every disease. And the way you do that is yes. How often should you detox? Have you made a covenant with your mouth? If you haven't made a covenant with your mouth, you need to detox regularly. I do a liver cleanse every 2-3 months. The liver cleanse is an amazing, go and study up a liver cleanse. Go have a look at the gallstones that are blocking your bowels. It doesn't matter if you've never eaten meat in your life before. When you have a liver cleanse, it's like bullets coming out the other side of green and cholesterol and all sorts of things, toxins built up. And then, do you know what? After a liver cleanse, it's so fantastic because your liver works for you. But at the moment, after years and years of no liver cleanse, it's like, it's slow. It's like you're getting fatty liver, large livers, and all sorts of problems. But do a liver cleanse, and you have a new liver. It's like a 18-year-old liver. It's fantastic. Get yourself, do a liver cleanse. It's fantastic. All right. I think I'm going to be added onto that health group. If you're on that health group, then I will post a liver cleanse there that you can do at home. All right, this is the type of breakfast we have. These are our own pictures. Beautiful breakfasts. Last week on the cooking class, we made waffles with ice cream, banana ice cream. Oh, delicious. And then some other things, some spreads and beautiful, beautiful breakfast. This week we're going to be making stroganoff, vegetarian stroganoff and some smoothies. This over here is, it is not egg, that is tofu egg. Delicious. Yeah, you can make the most delicious meals, I'm telling you. Don't be bland, really eat well and healthy. Look at that. The best thing you can do is come for a breakfast at our place. You'll love it. All right, look at that. And our chefs, they make the most beautiful platters and they do different things. You're always in for a lovely surprise. And there's a happy customer. That's actually my mom. All right. And there's, you can eat dessert. Depends what type of dessert. You can eat dessert. There we are. This is a vegan carrot cake that I made with a coconut lemon topping. And then there's date and coconut balls there. Isn't that delicious? And there's your typical fries burger. Okay, just let's talk about fries. Fries burgers. No. It's very processed. We have it maybe once in a while, once every 2 weeks. I don't think you've even had it since you've been here, hey? Yeah, so we have it very seldom. It's like the kind of emergency one that you pull out in emergency. Best to go and get some lentils, make lentil patties, put it into the fries box, so you think it's fries, stick it in your freezer, and then every time you need a burger, take it out, then you've got your lentil patty burger. It's delicious, lovely. All right, so that's just a fries burger that we have. My chef makes our own bread. He also makes our own buns, delicious from Spelt at our health shop at Mowbray. We've got lovely Spelt flour. Spelt is not the GMO'd, whereas your wheat these days are GMO'd. All right. Okay. Obviously, another weight loss tip: cut out alcohol. Oh, but I don't drink alcohol. Did you know your sugar and milk mix? Alcohol in your stomach has the same effect as alcohol in your liver. You can get psoriasis from the liver from having a milk sugar. All right, so where's your milk sugar? Wheat Pix, milk and sugar. Tea, milk and sugar. Cake, ice cream, icings. All right, so there's milk and sugar in just about everything. All right, so Ministry of Healing also in Councils on Diet and Food says too much sugar is ordinarily used in food. Cakes, sweet puddings, pastries, jellies, jams are active causes of indigestion. Especially harmful are the custards, the puddings in which milk, eggs, and sugar are the chief ingredients. The free use of milk and sugar taken together should be avoided. Okay, that's straight from our prophets. A high fiber diet will help you to control your weight problem. It gives you a sense of fullness after a meal, thus curbing the desire to eat more. The best sources of this fiber are whole grains and beans. Salad foods are fantastic, but always give yourself those carbohydrates, the whole carbohydrate, not white rice, but brown rice. I love quinoa. It's one of the most alkalining grains, so is millet. So I use millet instead of couscous, and it's delicious. If you know how to make it, it's amazing. All right. Start the days with fresh fruit, grapefruit, for example, a good plate of whole grain porridge. Go to the cooking classes. You're having a cooking class tomorrow at 10 o'clock. Make sure that you're there. And who's giving the cooking class? Lorraine and, yes, the three of you, huh? All right. So go to that cooking class. I'm telling you, you're going to learn precious truths there. And avoid using dairy milk. Rather use soya. You can make almond milk. You get some almonds with some water, blend it up. If you want, you can add a teaspoon of honey to it. Not necessary. We love almond milk. And or you can make the soya. We've got the soya powder. We've got rice milk powder. So come and have a look what we've got there. Drink plenty of water, herbal teas or fresh unsweetened fruit juices. Now, just a quick thing on fruit juices. If you want that sugar spike, don't have too much sugar fruit juices. Rather take half a cup of it and fill it up with water. That's advice from Professor Walter Fite. He said, don't drink a glass of, because that's going to spike your blood. All right, so be careful of that. When we do juicing, we do mostly vegetable juicing like carrots, beetroot, kale. And we come look at our garden. We've got kale, we've got lettuce, we've got spinach, we've got beetroot. We've got all of our stuff for juicing in the garden. A piece of fruit with a meal, but don't combine it with vegetables. I drink it because orange juice is not high in sugar. Orange juice is one of the ones that I drink, freshly squeezed. I do have that, yes. That's my vitamin C shot. Yeah.
So for that you can indulge. You can do 2-3 glasses on a hot day. Freshly squeezed. You should be fine.
I haven't had that many. I've only had at the most once a day, and it's been no problem with my sugar levels. Yeah. So hot days, go to water and lemon. That's fantastic for you. All right. Now, your juicing, when we do juicing, we use the Granny Smith apples because that's the lowest in sugar. And it's very, very nutrient for you. Phytochemicals to fight infection and problems. All right, so drink plenty of water. Herbal tea. Get a herbal tea. I haven't been able to find the quote, but it's, so I'm not going to phrase it, but I read that your clove tea should be in your diet, especially for women, because it balances your hormones. So clove tea is fantastic to have. It's also very good for anti-cancerous and that. So every day you should be having clove tea. All right, double helping of vegetables with main meals. This will mean buying more vegetables, of course, but it's much cheaper than buying more meat and chicken. Replace meat with soybeans, lentils, nuts, grains, peas, chickpeas, because your animal products, that puts on the fat, your animal products. As well as too much nuts. I'm a nut queen. I have to cut my nuts down, so I've decided not to have any more nuts. Very seldom do I have nuts now because it's very, very fattening. Chew at least 30 times. So when you're eating, it takes 15 minutes for your body to say, hey, I'm full. Ellen White says we must dish up everything on a plate, and that's your meal. Don't go for seconds. That should be your meal. So your seconds, you've got to make a pact with yourself. Hey, one plate is enough for me. Say no to going for seconds. And that's what I did to myself because I was overeating. I love eating. I was overeating, going for seconds, thirds with my, And then I just made a pact with myself. That's it. I'm not going for seconds, and I don't go for seconds anymore. All right, so chew at least 30 times and enjoy your food. This is your good proteins. This is what we should be having on a daily basis. It's also very good for diabetes. It maintains your sugar levels. Very, very good. Your soya beans, your vegetables. This is our pills. All right, let me just talk to you about sprouts. I mentioned a little bit in the beginning. Sprouts, that's your energy food. So how do you make sprouts? We're going to be making it at the cooking class tomorrow, between 8 and 10 tomorrow morning. I don't know if Lorraine's going to be making it, but your sprouts is fantastic. So what you do, very easy. You take lentils or mung beans, soak it overnight in water. The next day, pour it off, and it can be anything. It can be in a jar. We use jars. It can be in a glass dish, and then let it damp. Rinse it twice a day. Keep it damp, but not lying in water. And within 3 days, you've got sprouts. Do you know how much sprouts is at the shops? For a little bit. But now you can make a lot of sprouts. That's a good question. I like to, I buy lentils in bulk, so whether it's organic or not. But I think once it's sprouted, GMOs, I don't think they're GMO'd. Yeah. So it needs to sprout. So if it's not sprouting, then it's a GMO lentil. So it should be fine. Just the normal ones. Yeah. It would be great if you get a source of organic lentils. Let me know. All right. We also like to do as much organic as possible, grow our own food. All right. So sprouting. Wow. Energy. I have Shaul, he says the last 6 months he had no energy. He could hardly get out of bed, and he was sick, and he was getting sicker. And I said, no, come. Let's detox you. So he came to our center, and he came and he did a proper detox, 10-day detox. He had so much energy. He said, I can't believe it. I'm not taking any energy pills. I'm not taking any energy drinks. I've got energy. I don't know where this all energy is. And he's eating a mouthful of sprouts as he's saying this. All right, so sprouts gives you energy. If you're tired and can't get through the day, take sprouts with to work. Amazing stuff. All right, if you eat sprouts after you've had beans, it's going to eliminate any gas from your body, so it's great stuff. Soya sprouts. Did you know half a cup of soya sprouts is equal to 6 glasses of orange juice? So vitamin C from orange juice, 6 glasses. Yeah, half a cup of soya sprouts. Fantastic. Go and get your soya sprouts. Try and get GMO soya though, because non-GMO. Sorry, non-GMO, because most of the soya these days are GMO'd. Flax seeds, we spoke about cleaning your 2 tablespoons of flaxseed with 2 glasses of water. All right. And then, am I going the right way? Yeah. Carbohydrates, to avoid or not to avoid. All right, so they all come up with these different diets. Ketone and all these other diets. That's just protein. No carbohydrates. Very, very big problem to your liver. You're going to have a major liver problem with all that uric acid from your animal proteins. So it's going to cause a lot of problems in the long run. You might lose a couple of pounds, but you're not going to be a happy chappy at the end of the day because you're going to be sick. So your carbohydrates, those are your whole grains. All right. Now, I just want to talk to you about this. This was an experiment done. They had 2 groups of rats. All right. The one group of rats, they gave as much to eat as they wanted when they wanted. All right. They could just eat anything, anytime. No interval fasting there. But the other group, they did interval fasting. They only gave them just enough to eat when necessary. So the one group of rats that were eating just all the time, they stopped grooming themselves. They started bickering and fighting with each other. They lost their beautiful skin. They were looking tired. Now this group of rats on that side was the only 3 that was left after the 39-month experiment. Only 3 half-dead rats, not looking good at all, no energy. And the right ones were the underfed mice of the same age. All right, so we don't have to continually eating during the day. Do that interval fasting like we said, and you will look great. You'll look great, you'll have energy, you'll feel great, and yeah. All right, so there's your refined foods. They're devitalized foods. Refined foods impede your immune system, so it's going to break your immune system down. It's going to give you diabetes. It's going to give you cancer. They had rats that were fed carcinogens and complex carbohydrates. They showed lower incidence of breast cancer than the rats that were fed carcinogens and simple carbohydrates, the simple sugars, the white, the refined. All right, so there's your proof. This is science. And also refined foods gives you obesity. Right, wheat belly. Very interesting subject this. This woman did her experiment on cutting out all wheat. And then she came down to from the one to the other. You can see the difference there. All right. So even the face changes there, hey? All right. Our breads should be made by us, not bought, because the amount of additives and sugar and all sorts of other things that are in the breads are not healthy for you anymore. So your white bread, white flour, God gave us a complete whole, complete wheat, with the bran, with the germ, with everything complete to be able to digest that. 55 years ago, the wheat was only 5% gluten in it. Because of GMO, it's now 55% gluten. And if you eat it without all of that as well, it's even worse for your body. Your body can't digest that amount of gluten. So you're getting Graves' disease. You're getting all sorts of problems. You're getting sick in your tummy. Yeah, bloated, headaches, no energy. And that's because our wheat have been tampered with. What God puts together, don't let no man separate, including wheat. All right. So what they do is they put the wheat into high spinning rollers. The flour goes one way, the germ one way, and the bran one way. Then you get 3 different things that you buy: white flour, bran, and the germ that you put in face creams and that. Why not just have it all together the way God gave us? All right, what also happens is your bowels have got these pouches in it, in your large intestines. Now the white flour goes in and it packs in those pouches like cement. And you need that linseed to come and clean it out, because that will be in there for years and years and years. They did a detox with an old grandpa, and all this old stuff came out. A crayon that he had eaten when he was a child was still in there. Huh? Isn't that terrible? Yes, go and cleanse your body. Go and cleanse. It's time, guys. We need to get our bodies fit and healthy and full of energy for God. So you thought junk food would merely make you fat. Think again. You could also be fatting a hungry mass of alien gut bacteria that might repay you with a bowel disease or even cancer. We spoke about the gut bacteria earlier, so we're not going to go too deep into that right now. The study shows that meat consumption raises from 60 to 600 grams per day. Sulfates in the urine doubles and causes calcium loss, and sulfate in the feces increases tenfold. Osteoporosis, joints, pains. That's your refined foods, your meats, your animal products. Cut that out. So you're increasing all of the bad bacteria in your body. So Counsels on Diet and Food says, because it is the fashion in harmony with morbid appetite, rich cakes, pies, puddings, and every hurtful thing are crowded into the stomach. The table must be loaded down with variety, and the depraved appetite cannot be satisfied. in the morning, these slaves to appetite often have impure breaths and a furry tongue. They do not enjoy health and wonder why they are suffering with pain. So you have that chocolate bar or something just before you go to bed. You wake up, what's the first thing you feel? I know, I was there. Praise God, he's conquered that one. Yeah, it's causing death in you, a slow death. We need to wake up to what Satan is doing to us. Yep. Every choice we have, it's either for God or for Satan. So you need to think the next time you put that thing in your mouth, who's it for? Is it to glorify God? 1 Corinthians 10 verse 31, wherefore everything you do, whether you eat or drink, whatever you do, do to the glory of God. So there's things that you eat that's not going to glorify your body or God. There's things that you drink that's not going to glorify God. Who's it glorifying? Satan. So what is your choice? We need to make that choice here. The next time we go to that shop, the next time you go to a shop, please make sure you've eaten before you go, because those things can be tempting. Huh? All right. Right, this is I think we've come to the end. I'm going to just go through this all because we are running out of time. All right, I'm just going to quickly go through our, because I'm a herbalist, naturopathic physician, I have to bring in the herbs. I'm sorry, but this is what we're going to be doing. Chickweed, fantastic stuff. Right, this herb has a reputation as a slimmer weight reducer. To try adding some to your diet and see what happens. Get the fresh stuff because it's good for everything else as well. Put it in your smoothies, put it in your salads. It's fantastic. All right, edible weeds, chickweed, dandelion, primrose, stinging nettle, plantain, purslane. I love this stuff. I go and walk in Newlands Forest and I go and pick the purslane, take it back, put it in my smoothie. Or the plantain. Plantain is fantastic liver cleanse there. All right, chickpea is not only good for eliminating fat, it also fills you up. It's also a mild diuretic and it has laxative properties. So if you've got problems with your bowels, go and get some. Fennel seed, soak it in hot water for 10 minutes and drink the first thing in the morning. It helps to reduce your hunger, your detoxifying properties, boosts metabolism, increases melatonin levels. It's a blood purifier. It cleans your blood, gets rid of all that stuff. Get it in your body. Make an excuse, just put it in. It's great. It reduces water retention, those that are suffering. I watched this DVD. Look at it on YouTube, Fat, Sick and Nearly Dead. It's fantastic. All right, cleanse the gut. All right, this Google extract is also very, very good. Sounds like google.com, but it's not quite. So it helps in weight loss, reduces toxins in your body, helps with edema. So you have to detox your body to start this fat burning journey that you're going on. And remember, the changes that you need to make, the good breakfasts you need to have, the water in between. All right, the alpha lipoic acid has got 3 words to describe this: weight loss, anti-aging, energy, every woman's best friend. These are loaded with flavonoids, and do you know where you get them? All from bitter orange and all of those other things. You can get a pill, but rather get it from nature itself. Garcinia cambogia. Garcinia. It's like a fruit, but it's so expensive. Rather just change. Rather just change to your diet. Just get moringa. Moringa is a good one because it helps with everything else. It helps, it's got your essential amino acids. It's a very strong detoxifier. It detoxes your body and it gears your body up for your weight loss journey. So get some healthy stuff out there. Come and visit us at Utopia Health. We also run a school. The school it started out as a beauty school, and we've incorporated all the health, the medical missionary, the spine alignments, the massages, everything, and it's all internationally recognized certificates that you get, so it's a fantastic thing to do. You can join our weight loss groups, our exercise groups, our WhatsApp groups. Just send me a WhatsApp, and I can add you to that. But I think I'm going to be added to your groups as well, so you can get some information from there. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you for your patience. And thank you, Lorraine, for your invitation. And yeah, Claremont is a good church. You'll see me more often here. I like the atmosphere. I said to Farron, when I walked in here, no one greeted me. Well, lots of people greeted, but you know what I mean? I felt at home. I felt at home. I thought the atmosphere is great here. So even though because I left quickly, that's why no one, when I say greeted, just sat and chatted to me. It's because I left quickly because I had to go and do some things. But the atmosphere is beautiful here. Keep it up. Keep that loving spirit. I loved your Sabbath school this morning. It's beautiful. Praise God for you. All right. Thank you.
Any more questions?
No, sorry.
Any more?
Sorry. Vitamin D intake from sunshine. There is a whole talk that is still insufficient. What's your take?
All right. So your vitamin D problem is not the sunshine itself. It's our pollution, it's our whatever. But also your vitamin D, what you put on, I think I might have heard your question wrong, but what you put on blocks vitamin D. So be careful what creams you put on, because you're not going to get you're going to get cancer-forming problems if you're going to be putting sun cream on. Do not put sun cream on, because it's got all your chemicals in there, parabens, all these chemicals that's going to cause skin cancer. So be careful of your sunblocks and that. Did you say there's not enough?
It's not, that is insufficient, and supplementation is recommended, especially with COVID.
Yes. With COVID, I take extra vitamin D, I take zinc, and I give this all we've got a COVID training course as well, and we do teach giving extra vitamin D because it's not enough. All right.
Any more final questions before we let? There's one over there. Did you have a question?
Okay, thank you, Olivia. I get excited when you're talking about food. I just want to add to the book. I'm a good cook anyway. Special guys, if you ever know buy a cabbage, don't throw out those leaves. Pumpkin leaves are very good.
Beautiful. I love it.
Potato leaves are very good.
All right.
Carrot leaves are very good.
Beetroot leaves.
Something that called blackjack is here in
Oh,
the garden because
yes.
it's a nice herb.
It's fantastic.
Very good. So those guys, I love green. Those who don't love green, please try to go with that. It's not gonna go wrong.
Absolutely. You're not going to go wrong with all your weeds. You'll see in my garden is growing blackjacks and dandelions, and I get sweet potato. Sweet potato leaves and beetroot leaves. Your most iron, if people with iron deficiency, don't only juice the beetroot, juice the leaves. The leaves have got more iron than the beetroot.
No, you'll have to take us on a conducted tour so that we can know what these different leaves. Otherwise, we might be eating something poisonous.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yes.
Hmm.
And
The first question is that the home we spoke a lot on is it the fried brain, the vegetarian brain? Because our kids love it. So the vegetarian sausages and so forth. What's your thought on it? The second question is about the water detox. I know Dr. Fang, if you Google him, you'll see him, has done extensive research on detoxing with water. I've done it, it's hard. But afterwards, I felt great.
All right, so I'm going to do the first question. Fries. We spoke about fries. Were you here? You probably weren't here. We spoke about fries. We use it maybe once every 2-3 weeks, maybe as an emergency, but it's also processed. So rather make your bean lentils, your patties, your bean patties, okay? Put it in your fries box, and when your kids come home, they take it out and they get your lentil patties. All right, so much better to make your own patties. We use it as an emergency because it's refined. It's also got hydrolyzed vegetable protein in it, which causes other problems like excitotoxins for your brain. So it kills your brain cells. You don't want that. Water detox. Water detox, fantastic. How long did you do yours for?
4 days. I wanted to do 10 days, some do 20 days, but
I wouldn't go too much on that, too far. I think the 4 days, 10 days is great, but rather do juicing. Add a juice because your juice has got all your minerals in it. So you can't eat 8 carrots or 4 carrots, but you can juice 4 carrots and drink it. So you got all your vitamins and minerals, and you need to sieve it, make sure that there's no fiber in it. It's the fiber that you don't want. When you're chronically ill or you want to do a proper detox, you can do a juicing detox. We do that just before we do the liver cleanse, which is great. Well done. Congratulations on doing that.
There's another few. One there and one there.
I was just going to add, there's this missionary minister couple in Canada. They made a recommendation, the one time that I thought was quite profound. In a circumstance where it's very difficult for you to find organic stuff, they said that take the organic one and pray. God is able to transform that thing to organic. So
Amen.
the point is, you do not make the excuse that, so work with what you have, and the God of heaven is able to make it organic.
Absolutely. We work with what we have because we don't always all have the finances to buy this expensive organic, but do grow your own foods. Start growing your own foods. Time is going to come where you can't buy. What are you going to feed your children if you can't buy, if you're not growing your food now? Learn how to grow your food. If you're in a flat or a room, just get little pot plants. Put your tomato seed in there. That one's got something else. Grow your own food.
I just wanted to ask how much lemon can one take to drink without over drinking too much lemon?
All right, so lemon is one of the most alkalining things, fruit that you have. Just cleans out and alkaline. So we take lemon first thing in the morning. We juice a whole lemon in the mornings with warm water, and we drink it first thing. It just like washes out your body, and then we might have 1 or 2 glasses during the day. I don't like to overdose on anything, even herbs. I'll give my clients this herb today, that one tomorrow, this one in the morning, that one in the afternoon. So we do a variety. Even in the herbs, we do a variety. So I don't overdo anything. All right. Was there another question?
Another question around here. Was it Maury?
Could you speak to dark chocolate, please? You know, there's this complication about chocolate and dark chocolate.
That it's healthier.
Supposed to be good for you.
All right. So the problem with your chocolates, whether it's dark, light, pink, blue, white, is not the color or the taste or how much milk it's got or sugar it's got, but it's the actual cocoa itself, which has got caffeine in it. And that is a problem because it makes your blood sticky and it prevents the oxygen going to your brain. So you're going to cause a lot of problems. It forces the doorways of your neurocells open, your receptors, and they get overexcited because they can't close and rest when they need to, and they start dying off in the thousands. So for every dark chocolate, light chocolate, one chocolate, pink chocolate. What you doing? You're killing brain cells. Same as coffee, same as Joko, Five Roses tea, the Ceylon teas, the same thing. It's all in the same category.
Any more questions? Was that the last one? Okay.
All right, just one more thing. When you're doing your vegetables, soak them for 10 minutes in bicarbonate soda water. It's proven to be the best vegetable wash that you get in the world. It takes off all that pesticides that's been sprayed on your plants. So if you can't do, even your organic ones, we wash them, we soak everything. And then we rinse it. Don't forget to rinse, because you have to rinse off anything that's clung to it. Rinse it and then cut it up and do with whatever you want with it, juicing. All right, thank you for having me. 10 minutes.
I just wanted to ask you something. You mentioned a WhatsApp line. Is it something you send something out every week, and are we all welcome to join on it?
You're all welcome to join. That's my number. Send me a WhatsApp. Just ask to be, we've got a Utopia Health. We've got natural remedies. We have juicing, 21 juicing fast. We've got weight loss groups, and we've got exercise groups and prayer groups. So we've got all sorts of groups. If you want to join any of those, just let me know.
Yes, and I think before we close, I think Esther mentioned to me that there's a Claremont SDA walking group on a Sunday. And we'll just contact her or Rebecca and get onto that WhatsApp group also if you want to go on a Sunday morning, early morning, to get a bit of exercise and weight loss that way.
Yes.
Okay, no more questions? Okay. Thank you very much, Brenda Lee. We really appreciate your time. And I must say, I really learned a lot as well of things that I hadn't known before. And I hope you're all coming to the cooking demo tomorrow, where we're going to just learn a few simple things to make, and also a little bit of information. And I hope to see you all there. Shall we just close in prayer? Dear Father, we thank you for this opportunity that Brenda Lee offered to us today, for all this health information, because we realize that our bodies need to be healthy, and that whatever we place in our body either heals or harms us. And we want to have healthy, strong bodies in order to serve you. Also, our bodies are the temple of God, and we want to keep it that way. We thank you for this, and we ask for traveling mercies back home, and for the rest of the Sabbath day blessings. For we ask this in your name. Amen. Thank you very much.